Is learning more rewarding than practicing? My name is Tedrick Acho, and this is the Tedrick Show, bringing you a necessary lens of perception to allow you analyze the world at large more clearly. Let's get into it. So I'd like to talk about learning and practicing today, and the rewards that come from learning and practicing. So when you learn, you get to know knowledge or a skill on a subject or an activity, and when you practice is when you engage in that knowledge or skill that you learned frequently or usually, so you can make a habit or a custom out of it. So when you do something repeatedly, so you can acquire proficiency. So if you're just acquiring the knowledge or the skill just for acquiring sake, then it's fine to just be in the learning process. But when you want to reap some benefits or reward out of it, you need to step out of the learning phase and enter into the practicing phase. Because when you are stuck in the learning phase, you are never going to be rewarded unless you're just looking out to become the best learner or the best student. But if your reward is to be a master of that skill or a master of that knowledge, right? You have to step out of the learning stage and enter into the practicing stage just so you can hone your craft. So let's take a chef. Nobody has ever learned how to cook by just reading a book. You can acquire all of the cookbooks, you can buy all of the recipes online, you can subscribe to all of the channels online that teaches people how to cook. When you are watching all of those videos and you are acquiring all of that knowledge, and you're reading all of those cookbooks and you never put them to practice, you can never call yourself a chef. It is only when you step into the practicing phase and you practice so well, you hone your craft, then you become a chef. If you're scared of putting what you have acquired into practice and failing, then you're not doing something right, because failing is actually when you are doing all of the things right. Failing is actually when you know, okay, this is where I am falling short, so this is where I have to get better. This is where I am falling short, so this is where I have to sit up and learn properly. It doesn't even matter if you acquired all of your knowledge by learning from the best chefs in the world, but from Gordon Ramsay to, you know, the names. It doesn't matter if you buy their recipes or their cookbooks. The only way that you get better is to put it into practice, is to put whatever you learned into practice. And when you start practicing, you might fail a few times, you might cook some concoctions and some poison sometimes, but eventually you're going to cook a proper meal, an ingestible meal, a meal that is safe for people to consume. And this is how life in general is supposed to be approached. Whatever aspect in your life that you want to get better at, once you learn, you have to put it into practice. Once you are acquiring a skill, you have to put it into practice. Once you are acquiring a knowledge, you have to practice it and get better at it. You need to put in the work, you need to practice, you need to get yourself dirty in order to get the end results that you're looking for. They say practice make perfect, so you need to put in the work, you need to practice, you need to keep on practicing until you're perfect at whatever it is that you're looking for. You need to be strong enough to keep trying without stopping. You need to be strong enough to keep trying, no matter how many roadblocks that you find, no matter how many obstacles that you find on your way. You need to have the zeal to keep trying until you get to the end result that you're looking for. Consistency is the key. No matter how many roadblocks you find on your way, whatever it is that you're consistent with, by the day you keep getting perfect at it. That is why consistency and dedication will always be talent, because people who think that they are talented know that they already have it, so they don't even have to practice, so they just show up and do it. But you who know that you don't have it, it's not a God-given talent to you, you are always putting in the work. When you put in the work, when you are practicing all of the time, that is when you are able to hone your craft and you get better at whatever it is. You might fail a few times though, but I even think that it is more rewarding to fail a few times on your way getting to the top, because if you don't fail a few times, you don't have a story. Your story becomes very boring because you only have a success story, or you look like you're always perfect up there. But once you have a story of having roadblocks, of stumbling over stones, of having people tell you to your face that you cannot do it, of failing a few times in front of people, and people now see you victorious and doing the things that they didn't even think that you can do, or you didn't even think that you could do, that is when you have a rich story and people would love to listen to you. People would love to hear what you have to say. You have an inspiring story that will inspire people who are in the mud already, people who are down, people who have no hope of climbing to the top, because you have a story from rags to riches. No matter how many life coaches you have, no matter how many people who are advising you, no matter how many people who are pushing you, no matter how many people who think that you can do it, if you don't put in the work yourself, if you don't believe in yourself to the point where you get up and put in the work, it's never going to happen for you. All of these things that I've mentioned are important too, but it is only dependent on you to take up the mantle and go for whatever it is you want. And this doesn't just apply to chefs and cooks. It applies to everybody in every aspect of life. Whatever aspect of life that you're looking to get better at, whatever aspect of life that you're looking to gain something from, you need to get up and put in the work, because nobody's going to force you. Nobody's going to come and tell you to get up and go exercise. Nobody's going to get up and tell you to get up and go send the application. Nobody is going to get up and tell you to do the things that you have to do. When it gets to a point in your life, you are the adult, you are the mother, you are the father. You need to put in the work and make sure that your future is secured and whatever it is you want is manifesting. So now I leave you with this. Get up and put in the work, and don't stop until you're successful. Don't stop until you attain the success that you're looking for. All right, thank you very much for listening. This has been the Tedrick Show, bringing you a necessary lens of perception to allow you analyze the world at large more clearly. If you watch this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and leave me a comment in the comment section. Thank you.